Oh, I love this time of year. The first homegrown of fall. I'm Frank, and today, a good friend of mine who I haven't seen in like 2 years, a former colleague of mine, Sam DeCaro, and Partakers. And I had to remember to say Partakers because if you look up the Partakers.
Yeah, no, it's a different band.
I don't know if it's even a band. It's just something in Brazil that's like, I think it's a choir.
They sing in Portuguese.
They sing Christian songs in Portuguese. That's their big claim to fame.
But nonetheless,
that's who we're competing with.
We do cover them too sometimes.
Do you guys wait? Well, let's just get to introductions first, and then we'll get into like if you guys know foreign languages and stuff. But Sam, welcome to my house. Welcome to the Homegrown Studio. Who the hell did you bring with you?
I brought my guitar player Dave. I've been playing with him for a couple of years, and my guitar player, bass player, keyboard player Gabe. I've known him since middle school, so I got good company.
Well, Homegrown Happy Hour is every week a show with local artists that we shine the spotlight, trying to find out a little bit about you, so I appreciate it. Really quick, though, thanks to the sponsor of the show, My First House, Matt Bush, a RE/MAX realtor. If you're a first-time home buyer, call Matt up, 586-843-6869. He'll help you out, especially if you are a first-time home buyer, because let's be real, it's probably one of the hardest things you're going to do, and he's got the expertise to really help people that... What's that?
I said it sucks.
It sucks being a realtor?
Buying a house.
Oh, I was going to say buying it, yeah.
For your first time?
Well, you got to call Matt then. Mm-hmm. You got to call Matt. Once again, that number, 586-843-6869, or give him a follow on Instagram and everything else at My First House, and My is M-I. Nonetheless, where do you guys say you're from, by the way? Metro Detroit, but where are we hailing from?
Macomb.
Macomb?
Yeah.
Rock on.
We all live all over. It's a collection.
So like, the thing about this one is I'm actually excited because this is, I wouldn't say you guys are, that country-ish, folky sound, and this is the first one. This is the one we start over. New season, new kind of vibe to the show.
Exactly.
You told me on the phone earlier your synopsis of the band. I asked you, like, for people that were wondering what you would sound like, what would you say? You sound like, you said you're putting Motown into rock and roll. We're trying to put a little more Motown.
Yeah, I definitely have. I try to use all the tools to my advantage, and one of them's my voice. So I try to utilize that as much as possible. And what better way to do that than Motown vocals? So if I can add that to rock and roll, then I don't think anybody'd be too mad at me.
That's a good little summary, though. That's like a perfect thing to say. I'm like, all right, I like that. That sounds great.
Yeah, no, it's a good quick pitch where they're like, you get those guys backstage, you're like, so what's your sound? And I was like, here's my sound.
Yeah, right. Well, that's kind of what's going on here. It's like, I'm excited to hear all this. But so you guys, the see? It's hard. Yeah. Partakers.
Yeah.
But you guys jammed with him for a couple of years together, or have you just known these guys separately with different groups? You've hung out a few times and you started a band.
I mean, we've known. I've known everybody in my band for quite some time for different in different situations. But mostly they just kind of like fell in where they just came over to jam one day and. Now they're here.
Because you said you and Dave were jamming for 4 years.
Oh, we've been jamming before that. But yeah, we've been jamming for at least I don't know. But when was 2017?
That was like 3-4 years ago, probably.
Yeah,
5, man.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, like, 5 years.
5 years ago, almost.
I came in this band like there was a handful of songs already written, and I just came right in. I was playing bass, so we were like a 4-piece, and then that's not my main instrument, so I just kind of learned. I actually learned to really like it, and then we were looking for a second guitar player. Moved over, kind of took on the role of that, and then Gabe came along. He's primarily our bass player.
Gabe, you seem like the quiet one, by the way. Yeah.
But
100%.
He's got so much differential in like his tone right now. He's been playing guitar and bass today.
I've always wanted to see. I've never actually seen an acoustic bass like in person. I've heard, I've seen people play them, but I've never actually seen someone have one. So that's cool.
Well, there you go. Nice. That's definitely cool.
That's awesome.
I feel you're about ready then.
Well, this is your first acoustic performance, so that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, yes.
You guys have been playing together for 4 years, and this is the first time you've gotten together to perform acoustically.
It's
yeah.
It's interesting.
This should be fun. But the first song you guys got coming up right now is called Lucky Boy.
It is.
Is this about you, Sam?
Most of the songs we're playing tonight are by me.
Written by me, they're about me, okay? It's in my band.
The music was about Sam. They put the vocals to it.
Listen, I've only made a band, and we're playing music. What kind of music are we playing? Songs about myself.
You're not.
Such
You laugh, but you're not far off.
I got Lucky Boy, Mama's Boy, Cry Boy.
Yeah.
So, do you guys need like a hard count? I know someone was in here with boots before, and they were doing boots. With
If
the
you
hard...
want to count us in, no, no, it's fine.
I'm going to screw you up right from rip. Are you kidding?
I think it's like 120 BPM, so you got this.
Not even close.
Apparently, he can do it for you.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are, bud.
Woo-hoo. You let me fall for you, can't take my eyes off you. I thought the way you move impossible until I saw you. I wanna give it to you, and if you give it to me, we could take it back to my place, let it all hang out. Feeling good for once. I like to tell you one up. I like to tell you I was wrong, baby, I was wrong. Really dipping on you, I'm really good on you. Really no, 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 no. Oh, take it if you really want it. Oh, baby, do you really want it? Oh, woo-hoo. I'm feeling good for once. You take my eyes off you. Why do you treat me so mean? You're trying to break my bones. Yeah, wanna give it to you, and if you give it to me, if you break me off a piece, then I'm a lucky boy. Baby, do you really want it? Yeah. Take it if you really want it. Oh. I wanna see you in the street, you can feel it in your beat. That's where all the wild and crazy people like to meet. I got my mind made up, I really do adore you. I like to tell you I was wrong, baby, I was wrong. But if you break me off a piece, then I'm a lucky boy. If you break me off a piece, then I'm a lucky boy. Take it if you really want it. If you really want it, oh, woo-hoo.
That was awesome. How did that feel to do it acoustically? I'm not gonna. I'm excited for you. This was like the first time you.
No, it's, you kind of do it. You're like, oh, we did it.
No, that sounded great. So, is it harder as like a band to like do that though? I always.
Well,
wondered.
I mean, it's always going to be easier when you have a drummer behind you. Sorry.
Fair enough. Okay, I know
you know,
the energy's got to be different, but that definitely probably makes a world.
By
of
the way,
difference.
shout out to Rico, our drummer.
You can't make it.
Yeah,
No, you actually have a bigger band. You should shout out everybody.
Yeah, well, Steve and Rico. That's it. No, we're a 5-piece. But no, it is a little different not having them there. Where it's like he's usually on solos, he's on bass. You got a guy who usually plays rhythms. He's not there. You have the tool of rhythm behind you, the drums, like that's not there. So it is an interesting.
Now, Gabe and Dave, do you feel the same way? Because I can imagine for the singer, it's got to be like you got to have like the certain things you listen for. But as playing acoustic, you kind of keep it in your own mind, so it's not as hard for you without the drummer. I mean, obviously, you'd prefer to have your full band playing with you, but I mean,
Yeah, definitely. We definitely take on the role of percussion or rhythm keeper, timekeeper.
Right. I can try. You want me to try? I'll do it. Again, I'm not a drummer. I don't play drum. We should get like a house drummer, just someone to.
The songs we chose were the songs that were driven by, like, we don't have to rely on like a drum kit.
Right.
So we do have a plethora of songs that there are cues within the drums, and he's out here.
No, how long have you guys played in, like, respectively, like the two of you together on the instrument? I don't know. It seems like
Oh, how long have they been?
like playing guitar. Period.
So if you didn't already get it, Sam's kind of the nucleus of the band. Like everyone knows Sam first, and I met Dave through that. So through jamming with these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been playing guitar since middle school.
Right, but we've been playing together about almost a year and a half.
I meant like how long have you played guitar? Like
since like I don't know, 7th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. So like years, and you're at least 10 years.
He gave me the bug, or he played music, and I was like, oh my god, we could do that on stage. Like people might like that if we did that together. Like he was the first one where it was like it didn't really seem like something that was tangible at the time, where it was like, oh, I could actually go on stage and play rock and roll music.
Well, it's funny we didn't get together and like start a band at that time.
Yeah, it really is.
I remember Sam coming up to me like, we should do like some cover songs, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, what's a cover song? I didn't even know that term. Right. Like
that's how it starts though. And usually you get good at like a few cover songs. You play your shows, you play those covers, and then you're like,
oh yeah,
we should write our own stuff. And then the struggles begin.
No, that's 100% how it is. You can play "Say It Ain't So" from Weezer so many times until it gets boring. I wrote this. Let's try.
It's like we just played the soundtrack of Rock Band at our shows.
So I was like saying, our guitarist, Steve, he couldn't be here, but I remember like going over to his house when we first started playing guitar and like just learning like Nirvana, like "Come As You Are," like the beginning part, and we just would go back and forth, and I would come over and be like, hey, let's try this out, and we just go back and forth all the time. So him and I, we've been playing since probably we've been like 15, 16 years old.
Don't you wish you could go back and hear those recordings? Like this is when you were playing that.
There's some.
I have recordings like that. You don't.
I do. I want to hear those from you for sure.
It is cool. Weird though, like when you hear like older recordings of me, because like I still have like that big voice, but like I sound like a child.
It's kind of interesting to me though. What they're saying though is that you're the ringleader. Like you just sing.
I mean,
how long have you been singing? You were in choir when you were like in
oh yeah, I was in all
like
that theater.
You were in theater too?
No, I was a theater kid.
No, that's cool though. The story actually sounds kind of cool. Like it sounds like the Mighty Ducks kind of thing.
Yeah,
like Sam just comes to your house, starts going quack, quack, and like the band mates come out and run down the street.
Yeah, and Tommy Mac is Emilio Estevez
and stuff. I'd be the guy who goes quack. But no, honestly, really, how this project started was I had a handful of songs that I wrote with Steve, who is not present, but and we just wanted to record them just to record them, and Dave just jumped on, going like, yeah, I'll do that. And then like we would write a new song and go like, well, we can't stop. We have to.
Does a new song usually come about at band practice, like when you guys are just jamming? It's not so much like what you already written. It's like you hear it and you're like, I like that. Play that next time. And then next time, next thing you know, Sam's got lyrics for it.
Definitely kind of like a 50-50 thing where I will bring stuff, or Dave's brought progressions, and it just kind of evolves from there. But it definitely is a collective, but like you can definitely tell when it's working. Like and you go, all right, we need to do that again with someone recording. Thank God. Let's being pretty.
The next song you got is called Mulholland Drive, and without even hearing it, it's kind of like I can like what? All right, what inspired a song like this? Like how long does it?
I went through a breakup.
Oh, this is Sam's Taylor
Swift
song.
Then I got hungry. Oh no, yeah.
He's like call out everyone he's ever dated.
No. And then I realized it wasn't that bad after all was said and done, and I was just like, oh well, here's a street in California. That's what the song's about. Like,
This song's about a street in California. Like
it really is. It's like you just left everything behind and you just went there, and that's this street that you saw.
okay, I like that. Let's check it out.
On Whitehaven Drive, there was a girl who lived there. She's a devil in disguise. I really didn't mind, but now she's gone and I didn't bad. And I found a place where the ocean meets the sky, Mulholland Drive. I didn't wanna say goodbye. I didn't wanna say goodbye. I didn't wanna say goodbye, but I've gone away from the lies you told, the lies you told to me. What can I say? I'm taking back the things you stole from me. I've gone away. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Going for a drive, I think about the things I left outside, just like my pride. I left them far behind, and only God knows why that all seems worthless now. I made it through somehow. Saw the dust that settles, the dust that settles on old Mulholland Drive. I didn't want to say goodbye. I didn't want to say goodbye, but I've gone away from the lies you told, the lies you told me. And what can I say? I'm taking back the things you stole from me. I've gone away. Yeah, 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 yeah. See what I was running from. I didn't know that I was running in the first place. All I know that I was running from something that I was wanting in the worst ways. Couldn't see what I was running from. I didn't know that I was running in the first place. All I know that I was running from something that I was wanting in the worst ways. Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't want to say goodbye. I didn't want to say goodbye, but I've gone away from the lies you told, the lies you told to me. What can I say? I'm taking back the things you stole from me. I've gone away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, thank you.
I had to remember to turn the mic off. I actually really like that song. That was awesome. So it's funny. Right before you started playing it, you said that you got inspiration from like just a street. You know,
I actually
the trip
called
to
the
get
girl.
there. It's like the trip to get there.
I'm happily married now. I actually called the girl like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Hey, I use your street name in the song."
Like, who is this?
The girl who
No,
I
that's
was
what she
like,
said.
it was like, and she was like trying to like bring up all this stuff. I was like, no, like that part's done. I'm just gonna use your street name. So like, and there's a couple people who like know what street you live on. So like, if they bring it up to you, like, I'm singing the song.
Just to reiterate, it is not about you. Nothing to do with you, just your street.
Yeah,
But it's an interesting thing, like the street. Like it's a street. Without the story, it's just a street. But like, what do you? I mean, I just feel like, you know, is it? You You always to write about like a life experience or kind of be
no,
about
not at
you
all.
know, like what do you like to like when you get in the zone to write? What do you think you do? Like, do you go into a quiet place, or is it just on the fly when you guys are jamming?
It's so different. Like I wrote a song the other day called "Get Gone," where it's just like singing the lyric "Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you" was just enough to make a song. But like sometimes you write something down and you don't know what it's gonna work for, but you can just like piece it in. Like, you know, sometimes it's kind of like a puzzle, but like it usually just you can't tell until we're all playing. And if we know it works, then it's great, and then it works, and then, you know, wonderful. We'll move on. We'll write another song, you know. But
do you guys like you know, writing songs as well, or is it like something that you kind of like if he's in his writing mode, you're kind of like, all right, we'll play, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
you like
I do it all the time. I'm always at home, just coming up with.
I think everyone
Does
in
he?
the band's more or less a songwriter. Yeah.
so
yeah,
is
no,
he-
he'll send me stuff, and you know, it was like it's definitely a collaboration, 100%. It's just, you know, and there's songs that like I've written for this project that they or there's songs that I've written outside of this project that like wouldn't work for this project. It was just it's just something that you know when everybody's on the same page and it works. But it was like every single member of this band is a phenomenal musician. It was like so if you asked like if we could write songs, I was like, yeah, we've all in our own right. You know, it's really a wonderful thing.
So with social media and stuff, that's how I found out about, you know, you're Partakers, not the Partakers. And by the way, if you look up the Partakers, you could take it. I think it's, what was it? It was a Portuguese singing choir. Can you guys do a cover of this?
Pretty.
You should have never said that to me. Once you said that, I'm like, well, they might have to do CC. Yes, CC.
Christian band.
It depends on how many White Claws we.
It might. Yeah. It might be. They might be
Hold on.
Filipino.
We can't move the camera back. By my count, we got about 8 to 10 going right now between all y'all. So that's probably a Portuguese. I think it's Portuguese time. No, I was kidding.
No, I was always just cool with it. We had a member of the band who was very particular about like what the name was going to be called. And Partakers, Tom Petty's like my favorite person ever. So it sounded a lot like Heartbreakers. So I was just like, yeah, all right.
Really? That's how it came to be Partakers? It does sound like Heartbreakers.
No,
almost like an homage
that's
to-
all I needed.
Fair enough. Oh, he came up
he had a
with it.
bunch of stipulations like, oh, you can't say the, and I was like, people are going to say the anyway.
It's hard
so-
not to. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
no,
But
it is.
I think it's hilarious where it takes you if you do put it in. So it's almost like it added to the story. Like it was like, all right. But that's the thing. Like, I want to get to social media with you guys, though.
That's right,
It's
we're
got-
trolling everyone.
It's got to be tough, though. And now, I mean, well, even with this show, there's like Homegrown Happy Hours live from the basement. But, you know, it's like, thankfully, it's like that name of the show is Homegrown Happy Hours. So
Yeah, we're probably the first band you invited that will misdirect you, though, if you type in the Partakers. It takes you to
But
entirely.
that's like, it's just like, I'll thank, you know, you can thank me later for going down the rabbit hole. It's
Yeah.
okay. Like, it took me a little bit to like just, I was trying to find more about you, and I'm like, well, now I'm in Portugal. Now I'm in Brazil again. And I haven't even found the band page. But no, that's the thing, though. On social media, though, I finally found you. But what is your approach to it? Are you guys, you know, do you feel like that obviously is big for everything, but even with this show, it's hard. It is really
I
hard.
would say, I think it's like mostly like we just want to perform as a real band.
Yeah.
We just want to get to shows and just play shows. We've done so much practicing, so much rehearsing that even during the pandemic, we just wanted to get out and just play shows. And
Yeah.
now we have the opportunity to. And I think that's first and foremost. It's like actually being genuine and going to shows and building community in the local scene.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really what we want to do. And then if people come to our Facebook page, it's awesome. They want to follow us, it's awesome. But I think, yeah, we just want
Yeah,
to.
I'd much rather make like a good first impression than people are like, oh, I saw you on your Facebook page. Like, we
Yeah, you want to
It's a
feel the
tool,
music that you
you
guys
utilize
play.
it,
And you
but
play it and you have heart in
it
it.
was like, I'd much rather people be like, oh, that was that first band that played that night. And it was like, what were those guys' names again? You know, it was not like, hey, like us because that's like the status quo. It was like, no, you should like us because you like what we do. No, it's and if you can accomplish that, it's a wonderful feeling.
As long as you're having fun doing it. I mean, there's no wrong way to go about it.
Yeah, I remember our first show we played. We played a basement show, and we were downstairs, and we were setting up, and there was hardly anybody down there. And the people that lived there were like, hey, let's get the people up there to come down. Literally, the entire basement was filled, and I think people were just kind of jazzed to be able to go out and experience like live music again. And it was just awesome for us because we had waited so long to play a live show. And
my favorite part about that is the guy who played right after us. He's like, "What the hell? You're supposed to be like opening up and like warming the crowd up." And I was like, "What did you do during like lockdown? Like you didn't practice or?" Like, are you going
itching
in cold?
to play? You want to play?
I've been in my basement for a year and a half. You didn't think I got any better?
Yeah, I know. I know. It's cool to hear the enthusiasm in everyone that they're coming out. It's almost like spring has arrived and everyone's coming out of their homes.
It's great.
But that's like after the pandemic lifted, all you guys started performing again. And it's like you can hear it. You can hear it when you're performing.
Me and Dave used to talk about it all the time because like you get the certain gratification like when you write a new song and you're like, hey, let's throw that out in front of the crowd. You didn't get that for like a year and a half. So you start to get this philosophy of like, well, why am I even doing this? Because, you know, like I wrote a song, no one liked it. It was like, well, no one heard it.
No one heard it, right.
You didn't get a chance.
You got to keep just pushing it out and pushing out. But that's where the social media, I think, does come in, though. But that you also have to hire someone to do it because it is a full-time job to keep up with your own stuff. And it's annoying. It really is because like YouTube and Instagram and all them, they like don't want you to cross promote. But you're like you're doing like 7 to 8 different stupid ones.
Oh,
saying the same crap and no one cares. And
I did that with a band I used to be in. I used to wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and invite people on Facebook. That's just like what you did. You know, like you had to promote yourself, and it's awful.
I'll be honest with you. When people ask, do I miss being on the radio? And I do a little bit, but I don't miss that. I don't miss having to go on social media and like having to post on Facebook.
Being on the radio.
And I miss, there's parts. I miss some of the people I got to talk to and stuff. But I hated doing the social media stuff. And I mean, it's
so gratuitous. It's like high-fiving yourself. Like it really is.
Yeah, look what I did. You like that? No? Okay. And it does. And then you get really kind of like tunnel vision with it. And then when people don't like your shit, you get depressed. You get mad.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I don't know.
And what did you do? You sat in front of Abercrombie and Fitch at Lakeside Mall for 7 hours to do a live stream.
We know,
like, what are you doing? Buying a shirt?
He's on his roll.
Like we write this like we do like the crowd reaction, but I mean at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we before like I think the one thing that makes this band click so much, and you guys probably agree, is the fact that when we write the music, like it's catchy before the lyrics are even added in a lot of ways. And then when Sam is like in the role and he can spit lyrics off as we're writing the song so well that it's like it just comes together so quickly sometimes, and then we can just go back and like refine it.
Absolutely.
It's super nice. So like sometimes we'll get like an idea in our head, like what is that, like what do we want to do, like what kind of tone do we want to go for, and we'll just do something like that really quickly.
Or even where we go like, wow, that song's pretty much done. All I have to do is just write the lyrics for it. I feel like that's something that like not a lot of bands say, because what I'll do is when we're trying to write and we're all playing together, I'll record us and I'll just sing phonetically, and then after I hear the recording, I'll just put the lyrics in later. I mean,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by phonetically? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm just singing the vowels like A-E-I-O-U. It was like I'm singing like Eddie Vedder and Yellow Ledbetter.
Oh, okay.
Like
usually when I do that, people tell me to shut up. So that's cool that you're allowed.
Yeah, no,
that's cool to hear that's
like
your approach to it. Like, I've done that in the car so many times. I'm like, God, shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm literally every '90s singer you've ever heard. I don't see
That's pretty much how I think.
But then
after,
but I'll figure out where the song's going. So like I already have that step done. So I'll just go like, okay, well now I just have to figure out what I want to say. Like it's I don't know why everyone acts like it's like rocket science. Like I don't know why more people don't do this.
Dave and Gabe, does it look hilarious when he does that during practice?
Oh, I'm sure.
You got to play a song and you just sit there going,
He's the only guy with the microphone.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger got stabbed, and he's like,
So in case anybody had to question it, I always look ridiculous because I'm the only person with a microphone.
yeah. I mean, you were excited about this coat. I wasn't expecting the sunglasses, but no, you said you were rock and roll. You're like, I'm coming in rock and roll. I'm like, all right. And I mean, it's cool. I like the jacket. I wanted that jacket like that. That's cool. But we're gonna get into your last song here. Before we do, though, do you guys have any shows lined up coming up?
Yeah, we have a show at the New Dodge in Hamtramck on October 8th. We're playing with my good friend Amira, and she's a showman all her own. And then we're playing Eastside Market.
That's October
Stash.
16th.
Yeah, at the Stash, and they are both the bands we're playing with are new, so we're just gonna kind of like warm the night up, and all of them are great artists. They just have a new project, and we're happy to. That's my one thing that I've never wanted to do is when people will go like, "Hey, do you want to?" It was like, dude, I'll play a show in a burning building. You just gotta let me know where the stage is. Like I was like, I really don't care.
Like they're afraid to ask you.
Yeah, no, but it is the joy of the craft, and it was like, and it's really fun that like friends of mine who have been laying low since all this lockdown stuff started, they're finally starting to come out of their basements and.
Like I said, everyone coming out for spring for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's still the corona. I'm going back inside.
Variant.
I'm gonna go on the computer and bitch about it. Dave, it sounded like you had something to say. What were you gonna? You saying something about what he was talking about there? Probably lost it.
I forgot.
Fair.
That was
Yeah, I forgot.
encore.
But yeah, no, actually, no. It was the Stash show. We've never played there before, so we're pretty excited about playing there.
Yeah.
We've seen pictures and shows that happened there prior. It looks pretty cool.
That's the one on the 8th.
That's the 16th. That's
the 16th.
16th. That's in Eastern Market, and so it's going to be kind of cool. So we're excited to play there.
And what about the 8th? And the one on the 8th is where's that at?
At the New Dodge.
The New Dodge in Hamtramck.
Yep.
All right. Right.
We played there one time already.
Oh my God.
And it was a great show. Actually, we were surprised. We got there, and there was a huge storm, like massive rainfall. And
It looked like the beginning of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we were like, no one's gonna come, and people showed up. People supported us and supported the gig. We thought it was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, people came out of like just like a full force gale. It was like completely drenched.
You said this before the pandemic or after the pandemic?
No, this was after the pandemic.
that's
this
what everyone
was
just
just a
wants to
couple
get out
weeks
and
ago,
go.
but some guy just gives you like a hug. He's like, "Hey, I made it to the show," and you're like, "You did," but like the streets are flooded.
I swam here. Got a tube.
Pretty much.
I had to see you guys play. I had to partake in some extreme water sports just to be here, see the Partakers. But that's awesome, and I like to hear that you guys are playing it for the fun of it, and it doesn't sound like you're doing it for the fame or trying to get the likes on the social media, which is nice. And obviously, unfortunately, it makes you probably more money in the long run at that point when you can get millions of likes. But it takes the fun out of everything.
I mean, I think we're all in our 30s. I don't think any of us are going to be on the cover of Teen Magazine anytime soon.
I mean, when it comes to this stuff too, it makes you like even at 34, I don't give a shit. It makes you feel old. It does. The new comes out, and you're like, I never heard of that. What is this? You got to do it, and you don't know how to do it.
I was gonna say, Gabe.
What?
Gabe models for Gap, though.
He does.
That's why he doesn't want to talk so much. He doesn't want people to know things about him. Because if I would have known that 20
Because
minutes
he's
ago,
not only the quiet one, he's the sexy one.
So all right, so he gets the Under Your Bus award for sexy one. Who's the biggest? And I'll use this next time you guys are in with your full band because you can't have. Oh, what did I do? Turned off.
Yeah.
But it's we had the technical difficulty. Sorry about that. But at least we have a last song called "Feels Good." It's like coming on the Homegrown Happy Hour. Felt good. Talking to Partakers. Felt good. This song feels good. Sam feels good. Gabe feels good. Dave feels good. You guys gonna send us out with this one?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
what you wanna do if it feels good. And baby, this feels good to me. We never needed a wizard, 'cause baby, you're all that I need. Let's fly away on my aeroplane. Let's fly away. I got all that I need. We never needed a wizard. We couldn't use a thing. It feels so good when you look at me and say, no, we never needed a wizard. You can do what you wanna do if it feels good. And baby, this feels good to me. We never needed a wizard, 'cause baby, you're all that I need. Just fly away on my aeroplane. Let's fly away. Hey, 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 hey. We never needed a wizard. We couldn't use a thing. Yeah. It feels so good. Oh, we never needed a wizard. When you look at me and say that you need him after all. And then I took a look around to see that nowhere, not in Kansas, nowhere, not in Kansas no more. Then I took a look around to see that nowhere, not in Kansas, we're not in Kansas. Oh no, no, oh no, 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 no.
That was it. All right. That was the first time anyone's played a harmonica. That was awesome. I actually really like that song too. Are you guys within the next year? What's your goals here? Are you going to be in the studio doing a video? What are you guys going to do?
Whatever's free.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer. But
like
unfortunately, it doesn't sound like we're going to be doing any videos or albums anytime soon.
Well, we've had opportunities to record, and we're definitely going to utilize that. But right now, we're just trying to build what we have to show people. Where it was like, there's a couple of songs that we have like recorded demos that we did ourselves, but it was like, hey, we have an acoustic version now. Like, so we're
yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm here for. I will say that I'm thinking about a deal
exactly.
where
So
for a
it
carton
was
of
like,
cigarettes, I might be able to record
as long as
somebody
it's
a time or
fun.
two.
As long as we're having fun.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a
Did
great
you guys
time.
agree? Was this fun? Yeah. Because I heard this, you guys didn't know what to expect. You're like, we're going to this guy's house. I'm like, they're going to find out real fast that it is fun. It's not weird.
I will say,
it's legit.
I will say, your fluffy cat upstairs is awesome to pet.
Hey, she's up for adoption soon.
Oh, nice.
Daddy
Okay.
can't afford the.
Oh, no way.
No, I'm just kidding. I love that cat. That's Moxie.
That's a great
Moxie and Pierogi are the two mascots. I don't know. I haven't seen Billy. He's the fly. He's been in every episode. He might have died, or one of the cats got him. Oh, that's probably why half those things fell. Props to Pops, by the way. Props to my dad. Props
Thank
to
you, sir.
Pops. No, really, honestly, like this whole thing is it's like, without his help, this thing would not be anything. And I feel like we're at the point now where it's starting to really. I got a desk, damn it. I got a desk.
I was stoked for you when you when you brought this up,
Dude.
and I was just like, hell yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I feel like it had a nil name for itself back then, and it was kind of like it shouldn't. Where did it go? Why did it go?
Yeah.
What's it doing other than giving you guys an opportunity to show yourself? And that's kind of what I'm glad your answers about how you play your shows are what made me happy, because it's like you do it because you like to play the music, you like to perform, you like to rush, you like to put it all together.
Yeah,
And some people, they do it for they'll buy the followers online, and they'll pay the money just to have the likes, and that's cool and stuff. But
for the millionth time, and
well, either way, it's just like this show is basically just to kind of. I'm here. Check me out. And that's,
no, but it's a great way of just letting us go. Like, hey, we are also in Detroit, so if you would like to hire us,
well, what's nice too is we just came here and played. And that's what you get. When you see us, we're missing two members, but we're so comfortable playing. It's cool just to kind of show up and just sing, and this is what you see is what you get.
Let's go back to that. It's your first acoustic time playing the songs
it is
acoustically, in front of other people besides yourselves. So
yeah, we tried it out last night. No, that was about the gist of it.
That's how much practice that went into doing a homegrown. It was just like we got together last night for 45 minutes, and no, those songs were way longer than 40. Those guys, they sounded really good. I couldn't tell that you guys never played that acoustically.
Well,
you couldn't tell.
It really is. And I do implore people to just realize we probably played it the same way if there was just two more instruments behind us.
So we're sitting in your basement. We were playing yesterday, and we're playing. The first song we played was called "Lucky Boy." And he's playing guitar. He plays bass in the band. All of a sudden, he just starts ripping this solo. I'm like, "What's going on over there?" So, Gabe had it going on. Yeah. So we were like, "You got to play the guitar."
There's usually a bass solo in that part in the actual song. It's a bass solo. So since I'm playing guitar,
right? You might as well just
try
something. Well, you have the acoustic bass though, and that's another cool first too. I don't know if I brought it up on the show or before the show, but that was the first time I've seen one in the flesh. So it was pretty cool.
Proper shout out. This is Steve's acoustic bass too. He's the other guitar player.
So this guy's not even here with you today, and you've already got his guitar, got his stuff. We're on the show. He's not.
Yeah, dropped it off.
That's cool though. No, it's good. Now hopefully you guys will come back on. Hopefully it's a good vibe, and you guys come back on with the full band. Because I won't accept you unless you have the full band. Good. Now that you've already said that. So, in the meantime, if you can get to them before on August 8th, you guys are at the. Tell me what the name, but it's in Hamtramck.
October 8th.
New Dodge Lounge.
New Dodge Lounge. And then
October 16th
at the Eastern Market.
Stash in Eastern Market.
The Stash.
To be clear, we did not travel through time to go all the way back to August.
Did I say August?
You did.
I might live there already, man. I might still be there. I might be a year in the future. You never know.
August 2030.
What day is it? What is today?
The 22nd.
Oh, yeah. I think.
This is the first show of fall. Fall's my favorite month, by the way.
It is.
So it's cool.
Yeah, that's the first thing I learned about you.
Wear this jacket.
It's the first thing I learned about you.
That's the first time I got to wear a hoodie this year. So shout out to the hoodie, shout out to the pumpkin spice, shout out to Partakers, and shout out to the sponsor once again, My First House, Matt Bush, Division of Remax. First time home buyers, give them a call, 586-843-6869. Follow them on social media at My First House, and be on the lookout because these guys will be back again. Partakers, my guest, and until next time, we will see you. Goodbye.